All right, 4:55, let's go ahead and get the drainage started. Reflect that all members are present. Item number 1, update on proposal on the Davis-Bacon Act for the Plottville Drainage Project.
Talked to Ron Alcon, he wanted to table that. He's on his way.
All right, item number 1 is tabled. Item number 2, accept the recognition of Patrick Piot from the LA 70 Gravity Drainage District and appoint Mr. Daniel Piot to the, Daniel Dag, I'm sorry, to the, Gravity District. Motion by Mr. Mathern, second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, request approval for a drainage overrun for the culvert replacement at 259 Cindy Street. Total cost of $1,244.40. Job number 93-160.
No, they just started out. I think we had to change both pipe.
Yeah, like we had 2 charges to Coburn, so it looks like additional pipe and whatnot.
Okay. So move.
Motion by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Pro. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, request approval to pay the invoice submitted for the move of the rental excavator in the amount of $700.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mathern, second by Mr. Pro. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, request approval for $2,140 overage for job number 92-918 and authorize the president to sign updated CA.
Yeah, gentlemen, that one's on me. We had to review this particular project. There's some open items that need to be addressed. And I also realized we needed an updated right of way and a cooperative endeavor agreement with the 2 landowners because there's a new one. So just need a motion to that effect.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Mathern. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, update for the culvert replacement on Paul Street in the amount of $15,000.
Motion. What should happen about Big Dan? I see I got a drawing right here. This is the lease court and Paul Street. The lease court and Paul, the lease court drains into Paul Street. That's the problem I'm having. Going to the pump in the back, I don't have enough drainage. My pipe is too small to go to the pumps. Between Paul Street and lease court, there's no ditch there. You got a ditch, but it's halfway plugged up. And we don't have right away to get there. So that's why all this water is going to these people's yard to get to Paul Street. So that's why I need to change the pipe on Paul Street to get better drainage to the canal. I got 14,000 on drainage. I need another $100 to make it happen. Oh, you need $100?
I think you got 1,400.
You got $1,400.
100.
That's why I laughed. We laugh at the project.
The project needs to be done. I got water getting people's sheds and stuff like that. It just don't drain. Aaron, y'all know how the problem is there with the drainage? Bad.
Yeah, it's several undersized culverts that are tagging in that small section of the street right there. That's just.
And what's happening, I got, it's all that water from all the subdivisions coming to that street, because they don't have no drainage.
That's on the backside of the subdivision heading towards the pump, so
Yeah, towards the pump.
it needs to get done. So who's
Is
giving us?
is it between? Is it a long pause?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
Paul
on
Street.
Paul
So-
Street.
Yeah, I can't go in the back of the house because we ain't got no right of way, and they got some of the sheds built on top of the addition and all that.
Man, I'll give you 3,000. I can't afford to give you more than that.
That's in the drainage district or?
I talked to the drainage district, they got 30,000 in the drainage district, but they got a couple, outfalls that they gotta plug up, that, the pumps are outfall with the drainage that they gotta work on, so by the end of the year, they ain't got no funds left.
Let me ask you this question, Byron. On your project list, you have a Gerald Street levee surveying project from 2001. I'm sorry, from 2021.
And I do have that, I don't, question again. I don't know, I need that there or not, I don't.
But Gerald, is that, mean, do you know what that project is? Because
That's
Gerald
the levy,
Street,
that's for the levy.
Well, that's your ring levels and stuff.
but that's all included in DDG scope.
So we don't really need that
So
on
you
that.
take that off.
That's why I'm
Reallocate
bringing it up. I
Well,
think you,
yeah, that's $7,000.
if I was you, I'd be transferring that to a different project to cover Paul Street and get you
I gotta do
closer
that.
there, because
Yeah.
I don't think.
If I don't need it on
this
jail, if I don't need it on jail, for that project, well, you know.
And I don't know, there's another
The next-
project there from Northwest Highway 70 levy project.
Maybe.
Was most of that project, I know Mr. Blankenship may know, that the project that was completed with Parish labor and materials?
It should be gone if it was.
Should be gone, we
completed.
completed it.
Well, I'm just wondering if there was an overage or something that's left in there, or why it's still there.
I don't know why.
I don't know why it's still there. 'cause
Well, it's
we're
still there
basically-
because until I get told it's complete, I don't take it off. And this is not a project that has bills that we pay because it's just labor.
Just leave it.
So if there's labors under or over,
Right. So if both of these
Well, I-
projects are complete or covered by other sources, I think you have your money within your,
but we need to know what the
Previous
total of the
allocations.
labor is, Brian, on that project.
Okay, all right, I'm writing it down.
Okay, so check on it.
You know you got about 7,700 right there you can move.
Yeah.
yeah, but the next line, I think.
Yeah, nice.
also,
You would have it
I know, but I'm saying we don't know how much he got left over now.
That's right.
You wouldn't phases, do the 7,000 project, 7,000 first.
So we could do the 7,000 plus the 1,000 I got left in the account.
Did you do those gates yet from Oak Ridge?
That'd be 2,000 here, there.
There are a lot of projects, you know, I see them.
So you're saying, Myron, we haven't gotten to the $2,000 for the gauge yet? I mean, you can, reallocate that if you
And
choose.
that gate goes where?
That would be the one at the end of the two
That's the
levels.
gates to protect your levees from
Protect your
people riding
levees from the
motorbikes, let the
forward.
drainage district do that.
You're like a
Vehicle gate.
I don't know.
Keep you off the levee.
I get, well, what I do, I get the landowners complaining that they're riding buggies on their property. That's why I needed a gate there, but it never happened. So what we got, Ken? We
Did they
got
complain
7,000?
lately?
Huh?
Did they complain lately?
Yes. Get kids riding on it, you know, the four wheelers and all.
Taking 15K minus the 1463 that you
Hmm.
have, minus the 777 equals $5,760. Chris, you want to stand by your three, or you waiting to see if?
I mean, I give him 3, I ain't got no problem with that.
Okay, so that brings you down
Ron's
to
not here, let's take his.
$2,760.
$2,000 I need somebody.
Take the gates away, that's your $2,000, man.
2,760.
You can come back and.
Okay, I'll do it, And we'll come back, put it back on the agenda for next meeting, get some more money.
Oh, no, we ain't getting no more money, man.
I need that gate. All right.
You done the best I could do for you.
For now,
Set your priorities.
I mean, the only thing we could do is wait on Brian checking on the labor on that
Checking on the
project
labor.
92980.
Yeah.
There may be some money left.
Maybe,
might
but
have-
it's gonna be.
Any
almost-
labor that's been used has already been deducted from this amount?
No,
No.
this is the
Okay.
allocation.
Okay.
You gonna wait till next meeting to get your rest, get
You
it.
know, I told him now, I need that job done, man.
You almost there, take
they're
away
not
the
gonna
gate.
do it
Yeah,
before
well,
next week.
correct.
anyway. Before
You
next
gotta get
week.
materials.
That's just, Ron, go ahead and figure out the labor, the total labor cost, and pretty sure that you better have that project.
You got some bureaus not even using their drainage funds. I don't know what, you know, what they waiting on. Here I need it bad. I got people, you know,
Why you didn't ask nobody for nothing, man?
I'm asking right now.
Well, ask them, call them out and ask them for what you need.
Look, if you can't help me out, I ain't gonna beg for it.
Gee. I ain't too
But I
proud of
appreciate you,
you.
Chris. If anybody else can help, I appreciate it.
See what he could come up with for next meeting?
Let's see what we
Might not
come up
need
with next
anything.
meeting. You might have it all.
All right.
Let's table this till next meeting. All right, item number 7, 8, and 9 will be tabled. Item number 10, request approval for culvert installation at 4520 Kent Drive, Ward 2.
You know, what I'm doing for the rest of the year.
Yes, that's it's gonna involve installing culverts to create an outfall in the existing drainage system, down the landowner's yard. Landowner supplying the pipe. We will just have to reach for a catch basin, and then we have Parish labor involved in it. it's a viable project.
Yeah, that's my, that's my.
So move.
There you go. All right, it's a total cost of $1,970.50. Motion by Mr. Carter. Second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 11 will be tabled as well.
The, nine was tabled too?
Yes, sir.
9 is a duplicate of number 4. That's why 9 was tabled.
No, it's, I
It's
put it as,
different?
cause two invoices.
Oh, it's 2 different ones. Okay, my
Yeah.
apologies, then that's not bad.
All right,
Okay.
let's go back to number 9 then. Request approval to pay invoice submitted for the move of the rental excavator in the amount of $700 of Ward 3. Motion by Mr. Patterson,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Carter.
Second.
Second by Ms. Blanchard, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Yeah.
Meeting adjourned.
We'll call to order our 5:10 Finance Committee meeting. Let the record reflect all members are present except for Mr. Alvin. Request approval to pay list of bills submitted through June 21st, 2024.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Nakane.
Second.
Second by Mr. Carter. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval of budget comparison statements for May 2024, included in your packet.
Just for review, no plan of action at this time.
Motion by Mr. Mathern,
Second.
second by Mr. Nakane. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Discuss request for refund for an APCC rental due to partial operative air conditioning.
I have a renter that, rented the community center, and she's requesting to be compensated, due to the AC unit not working as it should. For discomfort her and her guests experience, and also for loss of food, that her guests did not get to eat because they had to leave early because it was just so uncomfortable, she states.
So gentlemen, I did, evaluate the situation. We had a fuse that was blown on a contact controller. And generally, it doesn't switch, so when the water temperature got to a certain level, the unit shut down. And it maintained that for about an hour, and then both units shut off completely to protect themselves from low water flow. So I've been in contact with the people that work on our system, and we're gonna install it to where if you lose pressure on one side, it automatically switches to the opposite. Right now, you have to switch on and off. So we're gonna make an automated system on it so that don't happen to us again.
Maria, in the past, what have we known to compensate?
In the past 2 years ago, a similar situation happened and we compensated $500.
Is that your recommendation?
That's my recommendation.
Was it, I thought I read somewhere where it said 70 degrees. Did I read that
No,
somewhere?
they said it was 70 degrees, but I spoke with him. He was there throughout the whole event. He did, say that it was hot in there. Even though it stated, it was 70 degrees, he said it was hot. And the ACs just didn't keep up.
I make a motion that we reimburse the rental $500.
Motion by Mr. Carter to
Second.
reimburse 500. Second by Mr. Mathern. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval to accept the high bidder for surplus equipment.
Okay, this is some salvage equipment that we put out on the 2002 Chevy Malibu, Sierra Dennis in the amount of $800. The 2009 Ford Expedition, JJ Merchant in the amount of $377.77. And the 2002 Chevy 1500 half-ton truck, JJ Merchant in the amount of $1,077.77.
And so on the Chevy Malibu, we had two people with the same.
We had two people with the same, so the policy states that, obviously whoever is local in the parish, both these individuals were local. So they said the next item is a coin toss. So we conducted a coin toss. Both items were, both individuals were present and Katie and myself did the coin toss.
Okay, it is what it is. Motion.
All right. Motion by Mr. Carter to accept the high bidder for the surplus equipment.
Second.
Second by Mr. Nakane.
Who is it on the Malibu?
Sierra Dennis.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for additional funding from Ward 5 Recreation for Bayou Lafourche overage.
Yes, Mikey, that's what we were spoke about. Mr. Kim, what was the amount?
That was the handrail.
It was for the handrails, the
6,000.
new handrail system that was put in place.
I think it was under, if my memory serves me right, maybe $1,400.
Yeah.
Can come out of my rec fund.
Okay. Not to exceed $1,500.
Right.
Motion approval.
All right,
on the
motion
bikes,
to-
recreation.
Motion to approve the additional funding for, the Bayou Lafourche.
It was the final installation of the handrails.
Handrails. By Mr. Nakane, second by Mr. Carter. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Motion adjourned by Mr. Carter.
Second.
Second by Mr. Nakane. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We'll call order the 520 Road and Bridge Committee meeting. Chairman Alcorn is not present. Remaining members are present. Update on cost analysis to widen Conscient Road Project Ward 4.
We deal with it this time, we live in it.
Item 1 is tabled. Item 2, request approval to move excess funds from Pankerville Highway 403 project to Bertrandville Drainage Gomesa Bond Fund, 89,995.20, Ward 6.
Yes, that project is pretty much finished, so what's remaining, I would like to move to the Bertrandville Drainage Project. And talking to Melissa, I think I still will be about, if you got to figure what she had, about $700 something short.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
And we just get it out of your
Out of
drainage
my drainage
allocation.
allocation, the
Yes.
remaining.
So we approve the transfer of the funds and then also approve a drainage allocation for the difference.
Yes, not to exceed 15. It should be 700 something. not
It
to
is
exceed that.
700 something, yeah.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pineville,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro, to approve transferring the funds from the Highway 403 project to the Bertrandville Drainage Project in Gomesa. At this time, I entertain a motion to create a drainage project for Ward 6 to fill in the balance of that project to budgeted amount,
The
so
700
that we can go
somewhere.
out to bid.
Can we use Gomesa money for drainage?
Yes.
Wow.
We've been
I mean,
doing
I thought- Go ahead.
You have plenty of projects in Ward 9 from
That's under
Gomesa.
there, yeah.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pineville, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for maintenance on Cypress Street in the amount of 70,000.
So I put this on the agenda. I know we're not finished our roads yet. Maybe we ought to just wait till we finish overlaying our roads and look at this project, 'cause the road's pretty bad, but I think we need to finish our projects first.
So we table that item at this time?
Yes.
Request approval of application quantity and placement of speed bumps for Matthew Street, Ward 6.
So this is speed bump application I got a while back. I know the pictures y'all got kind of not good, so this is what the layout would look like. They have 100% of the qualified signatures I need. I recommend we move forward with purchasing the speed bumps and putting them down.
The problem I got with the speed bumps, like some of the streets, you got like 5 and really need like 3. What? How far?
Every about 300 feet.
Why gotta be 300? Why can't it be 500 feet?
I mean, it could be whatever you want.
Time to go fast. If you want them at 500 feet down your street, put them. And that's what the
I'm just
people.
saying, but you know,
want.
some streets are not, you got 5 and don't have that much traffic on it, you know?
I mean, the resident is not complaining, you want to put them
We
at
don't have
500.
traffic studies or nothing.
That's
to
why it
know.
comes up before you offer the placement.
So when he show you the placement, if you think it's too many, just take
So
them
we
out.
did this for one of your streets down Shell Beach when we originally put them. We had like 7 and you took out 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, cause you know.
So I mean, y'all would just have to. at
It was a
this
cost
point,
savings
let
to
me
the
know.
parish, right, Mark?
Yeah, so I said, we don't need all that.
This
Alright.
street, U Street that comes up the adjacent street there, it's hard to tell in the
What's that?
aerial. This street goes all the way back and ties into the.
It doesn't tie in.
Doesn't
It's a
tie
dead
in.
end street.
So
There's a
speed
house
bump
all the way
4, is that one necessary if that's
There's
a
a house,
dead-end
one
street?
house all the way at the end.
All right, I'm just
I
saying.
don't know.
I mean,
There's
I
only
don't,
people
I
passing
don't
there.
think it's necessary, but I
Yeah,
just
I'm
put it at
saying, you know,
250
why?
feet.
4.
At the dead end, that's the only thing. If it's
Yeah,
one
we
person
could-
that lives beyond it, that's the only person that should be speeding there.
We could take that one off. I mean,
How far back is speed? You got a picture.
I just,
I don't see a house
Yeah,
past that.
speed
it's
bump,
not showing it, but there.
speed bump 4, you can take out, Justin, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you can't see it on this, but way back here is,
Just,
it's,
sometimes we
Somehow.
go overboard with the speed bump, that's all.
yeah, I mean, that's why we do this. If y'all want to suggest less speed bumps, y'all just need to Let me know.
Can I get a motion to, approve the application of speed bump 1, 2, and 3 shown on the attachment?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mathern,
Second.
second by Mr. Pineville. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Motion adjourned. Motion by Mr. Pineville, second by Mr. Mathern.
Yes, sir.
All in favor? Opposed?
I know you're water.
Motion carried.
All members are present. First item on the agenda is update on project status and funding sources by GIS engineering. Mr. Henry Schwartz.
Henry Sports, GIS Engineering. Jake will be back at the next meeting to give you an update on all the funding sources. He's currently on vacation.
The one project I'm handling right now is with, Mr. Carter for U of Virginia, sewer project. They've submitted preliminary plat, just waiting some direction from the engineer as far as the layout for that lot to accommodate the treatment plant.
Yes, we'll be, Brian will be meeting with Mr. Tommy Dago on Monday to discuss, the lot size and all that, so we might make some adjustments on it.
Anything else? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joe.
Any other questions? Good. Next item, update from, the Planet Design Group. You got two updates on Gerald Street.
Yeah.
and Ring Limits.
So regarding the Gerald Street one, that permit has been submitted. Now we're just awaiting OCM comments. I do owe y'all a copy of what those actual permit plats look like. I'm gonna send that after this meeting. Regarding the ring levies, that's actually, I feel like a two-parter. One is the permit we have for Highway 70. That permit's also submitted. So OCM has had minor comments. We're now awaiting the core. And on the overall, the larger ring levy segments, we're about 60% through incorporating our survey into the plan and profiles, hoping to have something within a month or two.
All right.
And that's something you mean as far as for recommendations?
Recommendations.
Okay.
Anything else? Thank you, sir. Update on Infinity from Infinity Engineering. Brian, you there?
Do we have to do something different, Justin, or no?
No, it's just, he got a few more.
Okay.
Update from Infinity, are you on? We'll table that for now unless he chimes in.
So Big Daddy, after speaking with him today, they didn't have any current updates that I know of. He didn't make me aware of any, except for the fact that we're working on the land acquisition stuff for, the U of Virginia.
I guess he ain't coming.
Okay, fine. All right, next item is, update from the accounts grant coordinator. Shell Beach Boat Landing Project.
Shell Beach Boat Landing, we received the title opinion from Mr. Brennan Ordway yesterday. I emailed Mr. Calabro this morning, the environmental assessment and title opinion for him to drive the active sale.
Next item, request approval of resolution to opt to utilize Arcadius for the H&H modeling for St. Vincent dredging project. So, Louisiana Watershed Initiative round.
Yes, OCD provided two options for the H&H modeling. Option one was to utilize the firm that OCD has on retainer, which is paid for by OCD and would not affect the project allocation. Or option two, the parish selecting a firm at its discretion, but funded through the funds allocated to the project.
Right.
Make a motion for.
Motion by Mike
I'll
to,
second.
to utilize Arcadius.
Yeah.
For the H&H modeling. Motion by Mike, second by Leroy, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next.
Well, number 13. Request authorization to go out for RFQ for engineering for LWI by St. Vincent Round 2.
You asking us to do that?
Yes.
All right, entertain the motion in it. Motion by Mike,
Second.
a second by Leroy, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
If I could, Chairman, just for clarification to the jury, the H&H modeling that Arcadis will be doing is the modeling to confirm that the project meets the requirements of the watershed initiative just to, I guess, move to the next step. So basically, we've been preliminarily awarded the funds, but not fully awarded the funds. But they told us while we're waiting on that approval, we could go out for RFQ for engineering for the design of the project itself. So there are two different items there.
Did they give you a timeline? When they're gonna be finished?
Yes, August, end of August of this year for the H&H modeling. And the project timeline, has a sunset of 2029.
Is it? Thank you. Next item, update from South Central Planning and Development Commission. See a text exhibit. Do I have a text exhibit? I don't see no text.
That's our normal, you sure it's not in there? No, it should be a list of the contracts. It's in my packet. I don't see a tabby on it though. This is just the contracts that we returned over to them. So nobody's here.
It's right in front of EA.
I think Mr. Brian doing.
Okay.
Mr. Brian doing.
Brian
Yeah, I
with
see that.
the-
But nobody's here from South Central Planning, so basically, from my understanding, they are still waiting for files. Rayetta has to get her files together for them. And Paul has a file he's working on to get together, so until they are presented information, they can't do anything. So
All right, I'm sorry, the table. All right, we'll go back to, number 3, update from Infinity Engineering, Mr. Brian.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I don't have an update. I've been trying to get an answer out of, I think it's either OCD or CDBG, when we can go to bid. They cannot give me any kind of time frame or date.
All right. No time frame, no date, so. we're on hold.
I'll keep following up with them.
Anything else?
That's it, sir.
Thank you, Brian, have a good evening.
You too.
and I think you're still working on the cost study information?
The, rate
Rate
study, I
study?
received the,
Waterworks.
waterworks today. Debbie went pick up their
Yeah.
information they printed out.
So Brian won't receive authorization to go out for bid till the rate study's done.
Gotcha.
So when we're still working in-house on the rate study.
Yeah, that is a holdup also. I mean, I think the parish can agree to the outcome of the study and go to bid if they want to do so, but that's a parish decision.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item, update on fire hydrant project.
So the extension of the funds for that project was included in the bill and has been signed by the governor.
Good.
I think we're just waiting on a official notification from
Correct.
the Division of Administration to proceed.
Perfect. Next item, update on Ag Center roof project.
Yes, at this time, we're basically waiting till, we want to know, once it's okay with legal, that we place the project back out. If you all remember, that contractor had requested to back out of that contract. We had provided an email with the cost for turning around and rebidding. But I know there was some documents that were needed from him to ensure that there was no way that there was no recourse on him to come back on you or vice versa. I'm not aware if that has been settled yet.
I think there was some communication today from the company. As far as I'm concerned, the contract is terminated. We are getting them some material
I did.
just for review.
I sent it to them.
As soon as we hear back from them, I think you've already been granted authority to move forward with rebidding as long as there's no outstanding ancillary issues with the company.
They were
Okay.
sufficient with what I provided them, so they will go get their bond released.
Okay. So I think we're
Well, then
good.
if it's all right with this jury, I would request permission to advertise.
And that's already been granted in that last one, so just move forward accordingly.
So did we also include the HVAC?
Yes, we did.
Okay, just making sure.
And I was going to say, if you get the updated materials to Brian to review, if you have any questions on that, Brian, let me know, but once you sign off on it, just proceed accordingly.
We'll turn over those, we'll get those documents turned around by, midpoint of next week. You get them over to Brian, make sure everything's right before we go to the paper.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Next item, update on Tacopah Landing project and discuss over invoice from engineer.
Motion to go into executive session.
Motion to executive session from Mr. Diaz. Second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Motion by Mr. Blanchard to bring it up, regular session, second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Update from the, executive session is that we're gonna advise our legal attorney to get with the third-party engineer to go over the invoice and report back to the jury. Also request supporting document over the invoices to be forwarded to the third-party engineer as soon as possible. Meaning like immediately, so we can get this thing resolved. Entertain a motion by Mr. Diaz.
Second.
Second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next item, update on courthouse renovation project.
Contract been signed by Mr. Leroy. Grace Abel was on site today, evaluating the building to come up with a scope and what we need to accommodate them as far as demolition work and usage of machinery. And they said they would get back to me about mid next week with it,
That's quick.
and then we can press on.
Perfect. Any questions? Next item, request extension from legislators on Lee Drive project.
Just to give you an update on this, the final checks were cut today. They cannot, the last check for the contractor will not be released as of yet because we are still waiting on wage information. We are hoping that he can get that to South Central Planning like immediately so they can finalize their documents, because then we can give him his check. Once we get copies of canceled checks, then we can submit closeout documents.
So what you need from the contract?
He needs to submit his Bacon Davis wage information to South Central Planning. And he's aware of this, but
He was waiting till the end of his last pay period, but I think.
The
that's-
labor's
So
done.
you cut one check for him? You say you
it's, the check is cut, but we're not releasing it till
until
we
he
can
get that?
this.
Sounds good.
Yes,
And, so you really don't need the extension.
exactly. It's just
You
more
don't
like an
need it.
update on this
Right.
project. 'Cause-
Because of update, not a request.
Yes,
That's
correct,
that's
just an update.
almost closed that project out. And House Bill number 2 was signed on the 21st to extend it if you need it, but you're good. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions on that? Next item, request preliminary approval for 2 additional manufactured homes to be added to an existing manufactured home park. 301B Highway 403 and 301C Highway 403 in the Pinkerville area, the Governor Larberdam.
Yes, Ms. Fella came talk to me about adding 2 additional mobile homes. This is her site plan. I have our original paperwork. She drew the lighting. She's gonna put parking even though it's no longer required. She's not gonna do the fence because it's no longer required. So this is just preliminary, then she's gonna go out and make sure everything's right and is in compliance with our ordinance. And then I'm gonna go out and check it, and then I'll come back for final approval, and then she'll pull the permits, and
You good with everything? So far?
everything good. I mean, it's just a drawing until she actually does something.
All right, preliminary. Motion approved.
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Mike,
Second.
second, Mr. Leroy, all in favor?
And
Opposed?
Justin, you sent an email that the revisions to the ordinance regarding mobile homes, you're gonna send us something to review.
I will send y'all something to review. Basically, it's gonna be the handout that we have, but that's for all mobile homes, not just mobile home parks. It's gonna be the handout we have and the additional information we're gonna require to pull a permit. And then there's a small change to the floodplain ordinance that I would like to ask y'all to make, and a small change to manufactured home ordinance, to manufactured home park. So I hope to have, I won't be here the next meeting, so I would hope to send it to y'all before the second meeting in July. And then we can start the process of approving if y'all agree with it.
Remember, we need a public hearing for any
Yes,
changes.
well, that's what I'm saying, we present it, and if y'all go with it, then we can do the public hearing. First one in August, get approved and be done. But I think the application, the things I want to add to the application, that's not going in the ordinance. So I would think at the second meeting in July, if y'all look at it and y'all okay with it, it's just something we could start requiring when they come pull a mobile home.
I guess the reason why I'm asking is this is just preliminary approval, but whenever she comes back for approval, if those updates have been included, then she'd be subject to compliance with the new ordinance. I believe, is that everyone in agreement on that?
If it's within that time frame, yes.
The only thing I planned on putting into the new ordinance, me, unless y'all got other suggestions,
Dealerships on fire.
was to not permit anything pre-manufactured mobile home act, which would make the mobile home over 50 years old. I've spoken with fire marshal guy. He said those are just not safe anymore. Nobody regulates them. The parish doesn't regulate them. They don't regulate them. That's really the only plans, the only changes I plan to suggest. Now, if y'all did send me, believe it or not, you did send me some other suggestions, but I think those can just be put in the application process. I don't know that they gotta be put in the ordinance.
No, I understand. I guess it's more of the inspection side of it after it's done to make sure we get that in
Yeah,
place.
well, and that we gotta get right with South Central Planning. So I don't think it's gonna take this lady that long. I think the mobile home's already there.
Okay.
You already on site?
Think so. See, that's one thing. We use, right now, when you put a mobile home permit, we ask them to already have it there. I think that's backwards from what pretty much everybody else does. So that's one thing I want to change. We can't stop the person from putting it there. But I would prefer them to come pull a permit first.
I can stop.
How about the year and all the trailers and stuff like that?
What's that?
The year and all the trailers.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he's saying,
talking
include
about.
them
Before,
in
that
there.
was the other thing I was talking about, before the Mobile Home Act of 1973 or 4, I don't know what year. But I mean, if it's more than 50 years old, the fire marshal guy told me it's just a tinderbox waiting to happen. You light a match and it's.
But Justin, they could pull that mobile home on their property all day long.
That's what
but
I'm
they
saying.
still can't get power, water, sewerage, or anything unless they come get that permit,
Unless you beat the system.
unless you be.
Anything else? All right, I guess you're up for number 12, request preliminary approval for one additional manufactured home to be added to existing manufactured home park at 142 Sugar King Lane in Fairport.
Same exact thing as this other diagram. He came and talked to me last week and, stated that he wanted to put one more mobile home to his park. So he drew me up a picture and I'll go through the same process. Once everything's ready to go, I'll go look at it, make sure it meets our ordinance, come back to you guys for a final approval. Then they come pull their permits and we do the inspection process.
Gotcha. All right, motion approved. Preliminary. Moved by Leroy, second by Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries, motion adjourned.
Mr. Chair, I got one, announcement to make if I could. Fairport Natural Gas and Enterprise did sign a contract as of Friday of last week. So, it's looking, things are moving forward there, so within the next month or so, we should.
Sale,
Huh?
sale,
Sale.
a sale?
No, they signed a contract for to release the gas, the meter, the natural gas, to provide, Fairport Natural Gas handling the meter station.
Gotcha.
That way they could provide adequate gas to the Bell River area and Fairport area.
Perfect. Great.
So within the next month, we should, be seeing something done.
Great.
Motion adjourned.
Mr. Blanchard, thank you. Second by Mr. Broke, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We'll call to order our regular meeting of the Fully Jury. Please rise for prayer and pledge allegiance. God, who teaches us by sending the light of the Holy Spirit into our hearts, grant that by the light of that Spirit, right judgment may be ours, and that we ever may find joy in his guidance. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Request approval of minutes of the regular meeting on June 12, 2024. Motion by Mr. Nakhan, second by Mr. Diaz. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment period. At this time, we'll take public comment for any item on the agenda. Second call. Last call. Let the record reflect no public comment. Drainage Committee report, Chairman Ponville.
Yes, sir. The Drainage Committee meeting was held this afternoon at 4:55. All members were present. Item number 1 was tabled. Item number 2, we accept the resignation of Patrick Gion and replace him with Mr. Daniel Day. Item number 3, we approve the overrun on Cindy Street at $1,244.40. And number 4, we approve to pay the removal of a rental excavator in the amount of $700. Item number 5, we approve the overage of $2,140. Item number 6 was tabled. 7 was tabled, 8 was tabled, 9 was tabled. I'm sorry, 9 was the table. We approved to get the invoice submitted for the move of a rental excavator in the amount of $700 for 3. Item number 10, we approved the culvert installation at 4520 Caden Drive. And item number 11 was tabled. I submit all of this in form of the motion.
Motion by Mr. Pineville. Second by Mr. Patero. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Finance Committee report. Finance Committee met at 5:10 today. All members were present except for Mr. Alcorn. We approved to pay the list of bills submitted through June 21st, 2024. We approved the budget comparison statements for May 2024. We discussed and approved a refund in the amount of $500 for the Assumption Parish Community Center rental due to the inoperative air conditioning system during the event. We approved to accept the high bidders for the 3 pieces of surplus equipment. We approved for additional funding from Ward 5 for the handrails at the waterfront walkway across from the community center. And in the amount not to exceed $1,500. Entertain the motion to approve.
Motion to accept.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn. Second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Road and Bridge Committee report. Road and Bridge Committee met at 5:20. All members were present except for Mr. Alcorn. Item 1 was tabled. We approved to move the excess funds from Panville Highway 403 project to Bertrandville Drainage Project, out of the Gomesa Bond Fund in the amount of $89,995.20. We also approved to create a drainage project for Ward 6 to fund the balance of that project in the approximate amount of $750. Item number 3 was tabled, and we approved the application and placement of 3 speed bumps for Matthew Street in Ward 6. Motion to approve the report by Mr. Pineville, second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Engineering Committee, report, Engineering Grants Committee report. First item, we had an update on project status and funding sources by GIS Engineering. We had an update from the Planners Design Group on Gerald Street Levy Project and ring levels in the Parish River. We had an update from Infinity Engineering on Parish Sewer Plant Improvement Projects. We had updates from the County Grants Coordinator concerning Shell Beach boat landing project. And we approved to utilize Arcadias for the H&H modeling for the St. Vincent dredging project. Next item was tabled. We had update on fire hydrants, update on Ag Center roof project. As the engineer to move forward on that project. We had an update on Technical Landing project. We advised to get legal to give it a third party engineer to go over invoice and report back to the jury. Also request supporting documents for overage invoices to be forwarded to the third party engineer as soon as possible. Number 9, we had update on courthouse renovation project. Number 10, update on extension from legislators on Lee Drive project. Number 11, request for preliminary approval for 2 additional manufactured homes to be added to an existing manufactured home park to 301B Highway 403 and 301C Highway 403 in Pankerville. Request of preliminary approval for 1 additional manufactured home to be added to existing manufactured home park at 142 Sugar King Lane in Pepport. Last is request authorization to go out for RFQ for engineering for LWI, Myers and Vincent. And we had a point of information about, Jamie, what was it, Enterprise getting with Fairport Gas?
Natural gas, they signed a contract to, move forward with supplying gas to Port Delaware areas.
All in favor of the motion, Mr. President?
All right, motion to accept the
Second.
committee chair's report by Mr. Nakane, second by Mr. Pineville. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 9, discuss future usage of Lavderville Ballpark. That item will be tabled at the request of Ms. Rodriguez, to be put on the next agenda. Request approval to reappoint Kizzy Parker to Ward 1 Recreation District for a 5-year term.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn. Second by Mr. Diaz. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Update on removal of trees in the Lower Texas Canal, Mr. Brew.
Yeah, I know, sort of moving slow. What's the latest on it?
Actually, I went back and resurveyed it, and it's actually worse than what it was prior to our first time. There's multiple trees across. I'm rode with a contractor, day before yesterday, looking at it. And they're gonna come back with a price and we'll see where we're at, but it's not navigable waterway. The trees are completely across the canal, multiple ones. We went in and we went around the first one, but that was it. It was done. We couldn't go any further deeper into the canal. So, I made it urgent, but I gotta to do some type of cost estimate on what it would take to remove the trees from the canal. Pretty substantial. So I notified Mr. Charles, next week we'll get together on this project, once I get the cost estimate back from the potential vendor that was there with us, or contractor, to remove the massive amount of trees out of the canal.
Yeah, good pictures on it, share with, we'll give an estimate.
Okay, I'll have to.
Yeah.
Print them out and give them to you at the next meeting.
Those as possible.
Right, I had 31 previous pictures, but there's a lot more that consist of it now than what it was previously.
Yeah. It's funny you're talking about the canals, even though the Baker Canal is not on the agenda, but just, we've been in conversations with, the drainage district number 2, and also the levee basin, to see if we can come up with some type of collaborative effort to where the levee basin can just remove, they got a whole bunch of trees going all across the levee, the Baker Canal, so we're trying to see if they can kind of help assist us, just to remove the trees and put them on the bank. I know we got some things in the pipeline, but they say it's worse.
All right. So Mr. Brew, on your item, I know I had a conversation with Mr. Blankenship this morning about meeting with, he and you and,
Right.
Mr. Savoy,
Yeah.
to see if we can identify some funds to cover this.
Well,
So-
that was, I don't know, maybe we'll get a grant, let's get this going down so we can write us a grant and get it out.
Well, let's see,
Yeah.
we're gonna meet next week and we're gonna explore some options.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it. There may be some funds within your,
Well, yeah, that new fellow too, that John, or whatever.
but there may be some
Yeah.
funds within some of your other projects that we can use to help it out.
How about your tune? Nothing.
I hadn't got the price back yet, but I will as soon as I know.
What is it, about 4 miles ago?
Yeah, pretty good.
Our next item, request approval for the following occupational licenses: On the Bayou, Kendall Preston, and Bayou Boy Seafood, John Bruyette.
All the values in the area. That's the little ballroom right at the end of, Bellow. Just a, I think a name change.
You don't say what kind of business it is.
I think it's a name change.
Yeah, it doesn't have kind of business, type of business.
Same thing.
On the liquor license they recently turned in, said it was a sports bar.
That's for the same,
The same on the bike,
Sports bar.
sports bar.
So it's,
They just turned in a liquor license to approve at the next meeting.
All right. It's existing. It's a name.
Bill Rose Bar, so name change.
Name change.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion approved by Mr. Nakane, second by Mr. Alcorn.
Ownership change.
Ownership change.
The ownership change.
That's what it really.
She's gonna put it next week.
Next week.
And,
That will
just
be on
turned
the
out.
agenda
Yeah.
next week.
Have a separate motion to approve Bayou Boy Seafood.
Sure.
Motion by
for
Mr.
that.
Alcorn,
Second.
second by Mr. Pineville. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I do have, one deviation, I'm sorry,
Well,
two
we
deviations.
have the Friends of Bayou Lafourche that want to be introduced and this one.
Okay. So, the first item is related to Friends of Bayou Lafourche make an introduction, a formal introduction to us, and the second is for a letter of support for, Sweet Solutions, project, in the parish. Motion to deviate by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have now deviated. So for the first item under deviation, Friends of Bayou Lafourche.
Hey, I'm Amy Abear, newly director of Friends of Bayou Lafourche. Just want to come and introduce myself. Let you guys know if you ever need anything, call me. If it's something bad, call Dustin. But hopefully we get to work together and make some improvements along Bayou.
Any, update on next dredging funding sources?
Ask Dustin. Yeah, no, I don't know
None
that.
of that one yet.
I know they're working on
I know, yeah,
the third stage of it, yeah, but I'm not really sure when that's gonna start.
gotcha.
Yeah. We're gonna get the pump station
Yeah, I guess
finished
that's
up first, probably. Yeah.
cool deal.
In the walking field, that's pretty much finished now with the
What's that?
handrail, the little.
The handrails have been.
Yes, that's all complete. It looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Did you ask him about
they'll be finishing that up for us.
the school on other people's property?
School board, okay.
That's the question that has arisen.
We need to find out who's in charge of the maintenance on it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have our asset on our property and then there's whatever deals or agreements were made with the school board, we weren't
Can
privy
you
to
find
that.
that out?
Didn't we have a CEA on that?
Our CEA is with Bayou Lafourche, not the school board.
I thought all three were on it.
We'll have to recheck. I don't know.
Okay, just
Okay.
pull, I'll pull mine, but just double check it. and let me
Okay.
know if you can't find it.
I'll look at my end too to see what I
Okay.
can find out.
Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aber.
Thank you.
All right, and our second item, we had a request from Dr. Dorothy Noreen. They had actually presented to us before in the jury, if you guys remember, about making the eco-friendly tableware for out of bagasse.
Correct.
So what they're asking for is a letter of support. They're pursuing some federal grants to fund their project to bring that business to Assumption Parish, and they're asking for the jury support.
Motion.
On that.
So moved.
Motion
We
deviate.
were ready to
We
deviate.
deviate.
So,
We good?
so motion to approve the letter of support by Mr. Pineville, second by Mr. Alcorn. Any public comment? Second call? Last call, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Motion adjourned.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Nakane. Second by Mr. Carter. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.